What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tor. We're back for another video. So today we're discussing a topic in which I was requested just a few days ago, and shout out to that dude. It was on one of my recent comments. Shout out to him. He was just kind of asking for a guide on how to become OP in this game. And although I'm not like at the very top, and I by no means think I'm OP as fuck, I do think I've got a decent account, and I do have some knowledge on this game, right? I've been playing this game for about 4 years, and so I've got a good bit of knowledge on what you can do, how to like go about your time on this game, and how you can kind of move up the ranks, right? As of now, this is kind of what my account is looking like. I've got 1363 out of 1462 character completion. These are my top 5 used characters. I still need to get rid of that Kisuke out of there. I've completed almost everything here. We'll get to, I'm in 3rd seat. That right there, I don't really focus too much on PvP. I just do my dailies. Guild quest numbers, I'm all right. I haven't done my guild quest for today. That's why I'm a little lower. And then, yeah, I've been able to complete Senkaimon. I've been able to complete everything, really. I'm at 1,107 days on this account. And so what I wanted to discuss is kind of what I think the plan is for people, or what the plan should be for people that want to like increase their and make their account look better, and just be overall better in the game. There's some things that I don't do exactly anymore. I used to do a lot back then that I would highly recommend. I've become kind of like, I'm in the middle of a dolphin and a whale. I'm not exactly a full-on whale. It just depends on the banner, right? So anyways, let's take a look. I've got a few teams built up here that I wanted to kind of discuss. Well, not built up, but I've got characters that I wanted to discuss. And basically, I want to discuss what kind of banners and characters you should be really going for, right? So the first tier, this right here, is really important. These aren't characters that you absolutely need, but these are characters that you really want to go for. And those are the characters like Rukia and Riruka. Why? Well, you should know, if you haven't already looked into their stats, that they have a skill in which they increase the drop rate of potions when you do inheritance zone. And so basically it increases by 5. The reason why it's so good, because 5 isn't all that much, right? That wouldn't make too much of a difference, but this right here stacks. This stacks with other Rukias or other Rirukas. So if you're doing mine IZ potions, if you have 4 Rukias in that room, you're looking at getting a plus 20 overall that you get increased per ticket. If you're doing a 5 ticket run, which you should be doing, right? If you're doing inheritance zone, this right here will give you 20 potions, additional potions per run. That's, I believe, even more than double in most cases. Shortens the time in which you have to farm inheritance zone, or those potions and whatnot. And so these characters, these two are the only ones that have it as of now. I believe this will increase in the future. Obviously, there's going to be more and more, but as of now, these 2 characters are super important. And if you see those characters that have those links, these are definitely characters you want to go for, especially, like I said, because it's going to cut your time in half. So really important units, not exactly necessary. I would suggest going for characters like these. The second tier, or not second tier, but these characters I want to discuss, these are premium characters. So these are characters that are not exclusive to 1,000-Year Blood War, that are not exclusive to seasonal banners, like, for example, this Toshiro or this Ukiora, right? These characters are actually in tickets. So reason I put them in here is because I personally suggest, unless it's a character you must have, right, then don't summon on it. I have them all because I pulled, I believe, Kenny off his individual, luckily, like just randomly. Aizen, I pulled him off a ticket. Ichigo, I pulled from the summons, and I got really lucky and pulled like 5 of them. So yes, I got them and whatnot, but I would have probably pulled at least 1 or 2 of these already if I wouldn't have summoned, right? I don't think I made a mistake because I got him fully transcended, but still, I would highly suggest either doing just a multi or 2 and then stopping, or just don't summon at all. Premium units are going to be in the premium banners, or in the tickets for until the game ends, right? They're going to be there, so you can always get them that way, and they'll eventually become fillers for other characters. And you kind of started to see a couple of these units start to drop on not fillers, not as character fillers, but in tickets. So yeah, highly suggest skipping out on premium banners. Not something you need to invest your orbs in. Eventually, you should be able to pull these. These are characters that you really need. Flurry units or NAD units, whatever you want to call them, usually aren't the funnest in my opinion. The gameplay is kind of basic unless you're like Tokinata. But you know, other than that though, like they're just super OP. What they do for you is so much, right? So you can auto any raid, you can auto inheritance zone with them. These are the main raid units, right? Or not raid units, but auto units. Just because they can just inflict the most damage output and the quickest damage output if you build them correctly, right? So these are really important units. If you look at their skills and they have flurry, that's going to be really good. Another big time one that he unfortunately doesn't have is poise. Makes it so that whenever you get hit, it doesn't stagger. Your character model doesn't stagger, so he continues to go. Doesn't affect him. He doesn't have it, but he doesn't really need it. He's ranged. He's just a good unit. He really doesn't need it. But right now with the new guild quest, you want to go for as many, you know, you want to have all the flurry characters because those are the best support units. So not only are they really good overall to auto, you know, anything, they're actually important now, even more important now because of the guild quest. So definitely very important units to go for. Flurry. Strong attack damage units like these are top tier. These types of characters here are really important. So for example, I didn't summon for this White Ichigo, but he's a premium unit. You don't want to summon for every freaking banner, right? Or every character. This Shinji right here, even take away the Soul Reaper, right? Like this Shinji, if I fully transcended him, I wouldn't need nearly any of these characters. But I mean, obviously he's really, really good. He's an exclusive character. I would highly suggest summoning on characters like these. This Tenjiro, same thing, man. Really, really good. Probably he's definitely, like, if not the best, one of the best speed units in the game. Soul Reaper Killer. Like, go for characters that are gonna be like, nowadays characters when they drop, they're not gonna be good for just a couple months. They're good for the long run, man. For example, right here, this Tenjiro, I don't need this Byakuya. You don't need him. You don't need any of these characters. This Tenjiro will take care of everything, right? So be careful. Look, man, when you see characters that are dropping every other week, it feels like they drop every week, but you know, they drop mid-month and end of the month. When they're dropping, man, sometimes you just don't need those characters, man. You just don't. As of now though, man, like, I suggest if you're trying to make yourself a better player overall, become more OP in general, highly suggest going for exclusive characters, especially if they're good. Flurry are big time priority, right? They're not always dropping, right? Nowadays they do drop more flurry units, but they're more rare than even these, right? Strong attack damage units, you'll get them all the time. And then last but not least, this right here, go for your favorite characters. Although you want to, like, you know, make it to where you can increase and make yourself OP as fuck, go for your favorite characters. Make sure to have fun as well. One last thing, I wanted to just kind of take a look at the banners that are out right now and kind of like suggest and kind of go over what that looks like. For example, right now this banner is absolutely great. You've got 2 flurry units with 1 strong attack damage unit. Great banner. And the filler, I believe, aren't bad at all. This banner right here, same. It's really good. He's a flurry unit, really good for PvP. If you're trying to increase your odds in PvP, he's gonna do that for you. Candace and Bambietta, great units for just overall content. They're gonna be used in Inheritance Zone and Epic Raids all the time. Again, Rukia, absolutely an insanely good unit right now, useful as fuck. So that's definitely something you'd go for. This banner right here, man, highly suggest. You got Riruka and a really good strong attack damage or strong attack recharge character here. This Byakuya is insanely good. Highly suggest this banner. And then you've got Grimjaw, which is a 14 recharge time. I wouldn't really suggest this at all, but another thing, you know, just save up your tickets. Use these when you can. Tickets are big. Again, these tickets will include premium units. So you want to save them up and use them and hopefully get the characters from there. You don't want to summon on premium units because you could always pull them that way. And then last but not least that I want to touch up on, best thing to go for as well, the hardest part about this game are accessories. So accessories are the thing that makes or breaks your account. If you focus too much on characters, you're not, it doesn't matter. In the end, you have to have good accessories. So Right now, what I would suggest is going for all of these like affiliation boosts for NAD and strong attack damage. Definitely go for like these the wooden sword. That's a big one. That's normal attack damage increase for Soul Reapers. Same thing with the where is it at? This right here, Lieutenant's Badge. This is for strong attack damage increase. Really good. You've got all the other affiliations. You'll want to just jump into the accessories tab and kind of look at them. Never summon on the accessories summons. I don't think it's worth it. You can get all of these accessories from tickets. I've actually pulled the two of the newer accessories just off tickets, and those accessories are probably the best accessories right now. For example, this right here, the classic teacup. I have this on my Ukiora, and it increases his SP by 80%. I also have, where is it at? I also have this right here, the artisanal tea ceremony set. Increases my Ichigo's SP by 80%, and I pulled this off a ticket. Didn't spend an orb. So highly suggest taking a look at the accessories. That's the biggest part of it all. Gold chappies are great. These accessories right here, best kind of accessory you can use on a NAD unit. These normal chappies, which you can pull off actually fusing accessories. I haven't fused accessories in a long time, but that's another thing you really want to look into doing when you're new, is fuse these accessories, and I'll show you kind of how that works. You just strengthen this, use your power hearts. Power hearts can be tough to get. You get those through like Inheritance Zone or just co-op in general. But for example, this right here, you fuse these two accessories and you get a 4-star accessory. It can be any random accessory. There is quite a bit of accessories nowadays, so getting a really good one can be a little more difficult, but at the same time it works, and this is what you do at the start. For example, Power Tension Tie. That's a good accessory for a new person. That's going to be highly beneficial for your strong attack damage units, increases the special damage, and you can get 30 SP when you evolve it, doing that. So highly suggest just taking a look at accessories and focusing on that, because that is the biggest part of it all. That's what's going to really change your account up and make you that much better. But anyways, obviously the last step would just be doing epic raids and farming out and transcending your units. That is not as easy as it sounds. So you do that at the end, right? After you've done everything else, once you've maxed out accessories, once you've done all of what I just mentioned, and then again, transcend your units, and that's the final step to really becoming OP. But I hope this answered some questions. If you guys would like to see maybe a part 2 of me just kind of further explaining other parts of it all, that's kind of, I'd be happy to do that. Ask questions down below. I'm happy to help. And with that said though, I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you guys think down below, and love you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.